Imagine only having to water your plants less than once a week. Wicking pots have a reservoir of water that your plant roots can drink from, self-watering your plants without electricity for days, even weeks. Wicking pots can massively reduce your watering time and put more money in your pocket. Simple Tech, that's the name of this channel, and we have piles of other videos on gardens, growing, and greenhouse technology you can check out after watching this video by hitting that free subscribe button. Wicking pots are the off-grid, no electricity needed, do-it-yourself solution for anyone wanting to automate watering their plants in their garden or greenhouse. Wicking pots work anywhere and are easy to build with cheap materials you can scrounge from eBay, Amazon, or your local hardware store. For anyone questioning the science behind how wicking pots work, Rob and his wife Michelle from Verge Permaculture on YouTube are actually engineers and have been using wicking pots to grow their plants for at least a decade now. Rob designed a large wicking pot growing bed from a 275-gallon IBC tote. It's elegant and functional in design, and the only drawback I can see is weight. Once filled with water, rock, and soil, half of a 275-gallon IBC tote is a lot of weight and difficult to move around. But if you're planting a garden, positioning these large wicking beds is easy, as they're light when empty, and if you fill them after you place them, you usually don't have a problem. There's two things I see as beautiful in the design of Rob's IBC tote wicking bed. First is the large amount of surface area for growing. An IBC tote is a huge container, and you can grow a lot of different plants in just one tub. And cutting up one tub means you start with two good-sized wicking beds for a small garden. The second thing is just how much water Rob's IBC tote wicking bed can store. These things can easily go for more than a week in the hottest weather without refilling, and are a great choice for a gardener who travels and isn't always home, or someone as forgetful and lazy as me. The other thing that's nice is with the overfill valve, you don't have to wait until the wicking bed is dry. You can top it up anytime with water, as extra water just spills out through the overfill valve once you hit the proper height. Check out Verge Permaculture's channel for more detailed information on a 275-gallon IBC wicking tote construction build. Link in the description below. Gardening with Leon is a hugely informative DIY gardening channel where who else but Leon shows you how to build several different sizes of wicking pots. In this chapter, I'm going to review how Leon turns a plastic 55-gallon drum into two good-sized self-watering wicking beds using simple materials you can get from your local hardware store or Amazon. I don't see why this wouldn't work with a 55-gallon metal drum either. Use what you can get where you live. Yeah, I'm a scrounger. It's a problem. Apparently I have to work on it or my wife will end me. Back to Leon. Leon doesn't use any large stone gravel, just two weeping tile pipes to hold the water and landscape fabric to separate the water reservoir created by the weeping tile pipe from the topsoil he puts on top. Very simple but hugely functional. Leon has huge commercial gardens growing tomatoes and cucumbers using this very design of a 55-gallon weeping pot. Always innovative, Leon stacked two 55-gallon drums welded together under the weeping pot so as to create cheap, easy to make hanging gardens in his greenhouse. Personally, I think this is genius, and will start doing it myself in my own greenhouse. Thank you, Leon, for the fantastic, functional, profitable gardening ideas. Gardening with Leon is a YouTube channel you must check out if you want to save money and grow more in a personal or commercial garden. Link in the description below. Hydroponics is Cool is a YouTube channel that has a fantastic video on how to make an 18-gallon Rubbermaid tote into a wicking pot. Very little hardware is needed. A 2-inch pipe, a little landscape fabric, and a drain valve, plus some rock and soil. That's all that's needed to make a large, functional wicking pot capable of housing two large plants like tomatoes, peppers, or cucumbers, or many small plants. Hydroponics is Cool takes you step by step through their video on the construction of the 18-gallon Rubbermaid wicking pot, and for someone who wants a large wicking pot that's really easy to build, this might be the best way to go. Be sure to check out Hydroponics is Cool YouTube channel for more details on just how they made this awesome wicking pot. Five-gallon pails are the perfect size for one tomato, pepper, or cucumber plant. You can find them cheap or free, and they're easy to turn into a wicking pot, so you don't have to water your plant every day. The Arms Family Homestead YouTube channel has an incredible video I'm going to review here on how to build a 5-gallon pail wicking pot. He credits the idea to Gardening with Leon, but Arms Family Homestead's video is absolutely fantastic and worth spending some time on. In the video, he uses a plastic coffee container as the water reservoir, but you could easily use something like a milk jug or weeping tile. First, he drills the overflow hole in the 5-gallon pail, using nothing more than a cordless drill and bit, and then he drills holes in the top and bottom of the plastic coffee container. This isn't complicated. Placing the coffee container in the 5-gallon bucket, he then cuts a hole in the lid of the coffee container and inserts a tube for adding water. That's it. Not exactly complicated. Add topsoil and your plant for a finished product. It's easy to repeat and make piles of these simple wicking pots for hundreds of plants. Thank you, Arms Family Homestead. You made a fantastic video on a do-it-yourself 5-gallon wicking pot. Check out the Arms Family Homestead channel in the links below for the full video on how to construct this wicking pot. If you want to grow smaller plants or start plants without needing to water them every day, a soda pop bottle wicking pot might just be your answer. The channel Lake Grower on YouTube did a video where he made a wicking pot from something as simple as a PET soda pop bottle, and it works. The only materials needed are the soda pop bottle and a wick, which is basically a thick string. For tools, you just need a saw or some scissors. I don't think you could design a simpler wicking pot. The only failing here is there is no watering hole, and separating the two parts of the pop bottle to refill the water can be an issue if they seal tight to each other. I'm wondering if there's some kind of grease or lubricant one could put on the pop bottle so they would separate much easier for watering. Regardless, these wicking pots have a useful purpose for starting plants or growing smaller plants and herbs. It's much cheaper to reuse items we'd normally throw out to build our gardens. So this idea is golden, and I really have to recommend Lake Grower's YouTube channel for ideas on how to use simple everyday items like pop bottles to make wicking beds for your plants. Last is the red Solo Cup. These wicking cups are perfect for starting plants, and the wicking action means you don't have to water them every day or many times a day to get your seeds growing. The wicking action in these cups actually mimics how a seed would naturally draw water from the soil in nature. So there is some that say this may be a better way to water your seeds than sprinkling from above. 7 Savings Garden made a fantastic video on how to make a Solo Cup wicking pot you need to check out. To summarize how he did it, first you need 2 red Solo Cups. Following 7 Savings Garden's video, you see him cut holes in the bottom of one Solo Cup. Fill it with a good potting soil that absorbs water and wicks well, and then place the Solo Cup inside another Solo Cup that has water or liquid about 1/5 of the way up in it. And that's it. Add your plant and you're done. Mind you, 7 Savings Garden does add a little rock for additional spacing to create a larger water reservoir, but that's all. This is by far the easiest wicking device for growing plants you could ever make. Thank you, 7 Savings Garden. You did a great job making a video describing how to make red Solo Cups into functional wicking pots. Check out 7 Savings Garden for all kinds of ideas like this. Link in the description below. That's 6 wicking pots you can build yourself. If you're lazy and forgetful like me, these wicking pots are life-changing, as watering without electricity is an off-grid dream come true for greenhouses and gardens without pressurized water lines. If you want to know about other watering methods for your greenhouse or garden, check out the video on the top. I go over several different ways to water your plants in it. If you want to learn about how to pollinate your plants, check out the video on the bottom. If you liked this video, hit like or tell me in the comments below and I'll make more. If you hit that subscribe button, I'll see you next time.